Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me today. We got an end table here that it's a plant stand end table, so it is showing its wear through water damage. You can really see that it's blistered off the surface. It drips down here and it's blistered down off the bottom. They've really taken good care of it. They put waxes on it all through its life. But after a couple generations, there's a time where you gotta fix it up. So this might be something like you would find in a thrift store, or maybe you have in your house with a similar kind of an idea. So stick around and I'll teach you how to do it. I'll show you how the pros do it. What we do is we're gonna use a wax wash on this one. And you actually apply this stuff pretty liberally, you know. You don't go, you wanna wet it, but you don't wanna flood it, okay? We're not trying to flood it in, and you can see how it pulls it up, and you notice I turned it right away. You know, don't sit there and just keep working it in, right? And now you go over it with a dry one, and you wash it like this. I know a lot of people want to use Windex and such, but let's don't, all right? So anyway, that's how you do it. Get it good. You can see it's already drying up. This is a great product. Don't use Windex. I guess you can use vinegar in that. A lot of people do. But when you have open wood, as we do here, that can turn it dark. Like you can use Windex and that ammonia in there and those other chemicals they use. It's not good. So anyhow, so I won't bore you with doing the whole thing, but that's kind of what you do. You know, down in here we've got wax buildup, so I'm going to rub it down in there real good. Okay. But anyhow, that's what you do there. Keep it moving along, and after you've cleaned the whole piece, we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so I'll get that done and we'll be right back. This is the wax wash that we used. So, okay, now that we got this thing all washed up, it's ready to go. Now we're going to spray on no blush. What we're going to do is release all the water and the moisture that's been trapped into this finish itself. Not so worried about the wood. This is really for the actual lacquer. There's moisture that's been trapped in there for years. So this has already been pre-shook up. Now again, we've cleaned it. We've let this dry for a good time. We're going to do the top and the bottom of it right here. And this is how we do it. All right, now we've got some water ring marks here. You'll typically find that in some of your old pieces. So this is a Mohawk product. Someday there'll be an affiliate. Hopefully it'll be right down there in the bottom somewhere. But until then, look at this. Okay, so it's applied about like that. Give it a second. Don't be spraying it like you're trying to paint it. All right, it's a light hit. Okay, and do your little test, just enough to loosen it up. Okay, that looking great. I don't see any reactions. You look for anything that's ununiform. So now here we're going to do this edge here. I'm going to do that just a second. Make sure we have no contamination problems. This piece has been heavily waxed in its life. But again, Mohawk's wax wash did a great job of getting rid of that and decontaminating it for us. It isn't just a paint thinner. You can use paint thinner as a wax wash too, but they're more than a paint thinner. Okay, so we let that go, and that's letting the moisture. You see how the whiteness change is taken off? Wear your goddamn mask. I'm not doing it because I can't talk through it, and you guys might get bored. But anyway, again, if you see the dang cat come walking by, give it a shout out. He doesn't think he's on freaking TV. Yeah, he would like to know where you're from. Leave it down in the messages. I told him there's people like from New York, and freaking all over the planet. New Zealand, holy crud. Yeah, and mouse can be famous. But anyway, there you go. That's how you do that. You want to overdo it. This has its place, okay? It's not to replace the lacquer, it's just to let the moisture out. So that when I do apply more finish over the top of it, there's nothing wrong. You can see where there's completely lacquer missing and where the other finish was still there. It was just blushed, as we call it. So this is just it loosens that lacquer up, it lets the moisture out, and then it reseals over itself. Yeah, good product. Again, Mohawk. Thumbs up, right? So look at that. Like and subscribe. That could be a short video all in itself, huh? How to remove blush with Mohawks.